This week seems to be a week for Irish people to get a kick in the teeth, to have salt rubbed in their wounds. This morning, I spoke to four beautiful people at a hunger strike protest at the back of the Dáil. Survivors of industrial reform schools in Ireland, had hellish childhoods, and are currently camped out on day 24 of a hunger strike at the back of the Dáil to get what? To get access to full medical care, many of whom have chronic health conditions because of the treatment that they received or lack of treatment that they received in these institutions, and a pension to try and make ends meet in the last years of their lives after they grafted, slaved for free for 10, 15 plus years. And off the back of that, the Irish government have announced that they're introducing a new €6 million aid package for Palestine and standing by ready to fly people into the country for priority medical treatment when the waiting lists are through the roof. People are in agony, lying on trolleys that can't get treated here anyway. Check that video out if you haven't done so. There'll be a link at the end of this video. If you don't watch any of my other videos, to be quite frank, if you never watch any other again, just watch that one from this morning and forward it to whoever you can. If you never forward another one again, I won't care. If you forward that one, I won't fall out with you. So today, this week, Enoch Burke, the Christian teacher who has spent over 500 days in Mountjoy prison, ultimately for taking a stand in his beliefs, because he was accused of misgendering a pupil, was suspended from being able to teach from a school. I believe he's still employed by them. Wilson's Hospital School, a so-called faith-based school, a so-called Church of Ireland school, a so-called Christian school with a small c. He went back there again, as he does. He's already pretty much bankrupted because of this. It's emptied his bank account. Spent 500 days in prison. Now they want to, looking for every way they can to kick him off the books. Enoch Burke and Standoff with security employed by a school to stop him getting in. It's a Christian school. Christian school. Employing a foreign security guard to stand at the gates and block an Irishman from coming in to do his job. That's where we're at. Enoch Burke pictured outside the entrance to Wilson's Hospital School. Security guard has been employed at a cost of €763 per week to prevent teacher Enoch Burke from getting into Wilson's Hospital School in County Westmeath. €736 a week. What's that? $3,000 a month, €36,000 a year to pay a man to stand at the gates of a Christian school to stop a Christian teacher getting in to do his job. Welcome to Ireland 2025. And here we have some footage of Enoch as he came to school and was stopped with arms wide open by a security guard employed by the school. Let's have a look.
Of my workplace, this is where I work.
My response will be the same. I'm not allowed to into.
No, I work here as a German and history teacher.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
No, I work here as a German and history teacher, and I need to.
You're doing this
no, I'm not. I'm just walking into school.
Look at this optic. Look at this optic. This guy standing here doing his job. That's what he's paid to do. Paid by a Christian school to stand arms wide open and prevent a Christian man, a Christian teacher, from entering a Christian school to teach pupils. Nothing against the security guard whatsoever. He's doing his job. But what an optic this is. What an optic this is.
As I always
you
have
are
done.
walking towards me. I'm always saying.
Yep, because this is my workplace and this is where. Well, I'll just
you.
go around here.
I'm really sorry for that. You are not allowed.
This is what you see now this morning as I come.
You're
to
not
school,
allowed in.
Tuesday, I'm here to do my work and just to engage in my workplace, and I'm being obstructed now from entering in the door here by this man, simply because my crime is apparently, that's why you have this vest here, this security, because I would not call a young boy there. I wouldn't endorse transgenderism, and I'm being obstructed now from going in the door here. We've had the fines, the €66,000. I've been put in a prison cell unjustly for over 500 days, and now I'm being obstructed by this man from going in here. I have a right to be in here today. I have a right. I'm a teacher here. I work.
So we have the security guard telling Enoch Burke that he has no right to be here. He has no right to be here. Maybe this is just the way of the world right now. Maybe this is just the way of the world, but many people feel like they're being provoked. They're being provoked. So Enoch's being told you've no right to be here. Take off.
If you are intend to be here, you will be here with respect and with your reputation that you are a teacher.
Yes.
But now they have security because you are not allowed to be here, and it's trespassing that you are doing.
No, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. I've been here for the past 7 years. I work here. I've been here every school day, and I have a right to be here. I'm not trespassing.
You need to be thankful to me. I didn't ring the guards till now because.
You do whatever you want to do, but I have been here every day, and I will be here. I will be here. That's not true. I will be here. I will be here where I teach and where I work.
And you want to disturb the decorum of school. Yesterday,
this is what we have here now. Today, I'm being obstructed from entering into my workplace where I teach and have taught for the past 7 years. Of course, it's all arising out of the fact that I wouldn't accept transgenderism and call a young boy they. We've had the past, we've seen this, we've seen Judge David Nolan. This was his desire now, that I would be treated as a pariah and shut out of the place where I belong, where I'm entitled to be as a Christian, as a teacher, simply because I couldn't feed something to, endorse transgenderism, tell a young boy that he might be they, a monstrosity to anybody of a sound mind, I would say, but also anybody of a Christian belief. He made them male and female. That's my belief. I'm entitled to be here. This school has a Christian ethos. That's why it was made. That's why Andrew Wilson founded it.
Yeah, Andrew Wilson might have founded it with a Christian ethos, capital C, but I would say that it is now very much not founded on Christian beliefs, and it operates as a small c Christian school. That's just my belief. That's just what I'm seeing. And before I saw this story, actually, I was out this afternoon and I bumped into a guy randomly, or maybe not so randomly, from Belfast, who recognized me, and he sat down and we had a chat for about an hour. And this actual guy came up, Enoch Burke came up in conversation. We were talking about this very thing, and then I came home and I saw this. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. He's been prevented. As you can see, he's had his way blocked from entering in there. The details are, and I believe the school are going to keep pursuing him and try and get him. I don't know what they're doing behind closed doors, but he's still technically a teacher, I believe. Teaches 2 subjects there. He wants to go to school to teach. He's not there to disrupt. He's not there to cause any aggravation. He wants to simply go and do his job. And he's being prevented. He's being barred. You're not allowed here. You're not welcome here. You shouldn't be coming here to disturb. He's being told at the gate. Mr. Burke is liable for the cost. An application to make Mr. Burke liable for that cost. What? Let me see this. Surely they're not going to try and bill him for that. Yeah, they are. Oh my goodness. This reads to me like they're trying to make Enoch Burke pay the security guard's wages to keep him out of the school. My. This will be on top of the €225,000 in daily fines, which have been imposed on him by the court. A school he says he has not. He says he has been unlawfully dismissed. He didn't attend a hearing to deal with his continuing contempt of court. His brother appeared and said he was at his place of work. That school just wants to go and work. In September, a judge decided against sending him back to prison, said it would fuel his publicity to his perverted sense of justice. Perverted? Is he the pervert? Is he the one? Is he the one with the deviant mind and deviant beliefs? I think not. He spent over 500 days in prison. He kept going back to the school, even though he has to face a disciplinary panel, whether he should be dismissed. I mean, like, why is it taking them so long? If they could have dismissed him legitimately, they would have got rid of him a long time ago. But it's dragged on for years. So the question has to be asked, why? Maybe, just maybe, they don't have a leg to stand on. Maybe. I'm just speculating. I don't know. These are just my thoughts and opinions. A decision is waiting on when a new panel will sit. One of the people on the panel he has objected to. I'm sure they're not going to select a panel that will operate in his favour. Claims his constitutional religious rights have been breached. Justice Brian Cragen was told on Tuesday by Rosemary Mallon for the school board that following a September suggestion by another judge, a security guard was employed by the school to stop him getting into the property starting yesterday. Or maybe it was last week, whatever. This week, last week, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Security guard recognized Mr. Burke. He tried to stop the vehicle, but it drove on. Then when it parked and he got out, the guard directed him to leave, but he didn't do so, and Gardaí were called, but did not attend. That's very interesting. So the guards were called to attend, but they didn't come. On Tuesday morning around 10:30, the car containing Mr. Burke and driver among its occupant drove up again and was stopped. Burke got out and attempted to walk into the school property, but was prevented. So that's what you see. That's what you've seen. So Gardaí then did attend. No further update. She said matters have to be ascertained whether or not the Department of Education will provide a grant for the security, as it had to be paid for out of other school commitments. Well, that's their problem. It's their problem. If a so-called Christian school wants to spend good money on a security guard to keep a Christian man out, well, then there's something seriously wrong here. Justice Cragen said an issue rises to whether Mr. Burke is stopped and still goes through. This could amount to forcible entry, a criminal offence. They're looking to bang him up again. This is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at. Can you believe what you're seeing? Can you believe what you're hearing? I'm not making this stuff up. Not making it up. So tell me what you think below. This whole Enoch Burke thing isn't going away. It's getting worse, more ludicrous as time goes on the part of the people that are preventing him from doing his job. So leave a comment below, cut and paste this video, link into your groups, whatever groups they may be. If you're in any, maybe you're not in any, in which case I'm feeling sorry for you, really do. You're all alone. Or are you? It's better not to be in lots of groups, trust me. Groups equal trouble, but they're good for spreading information. So get into some groups, spread the info, subscribe to the channel if you don't already do so. And for now, I'm Rick Munn. This is No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.